A massive gorge stretches across Guizhou, one of China's last secluded regions. Over the course of untold eons, the river carved through the earth, giving birth to awe-inspiring landscapes. At river's end lie enormous limestone caverns. In the spring, they serve as a fortress for migrating swallows. A villager climbs the 100-meter cliff face, barehanded. Rope, not necessary. The prize? Swallow nest, a gourmet delicacy. This is a land where shamans perform rituals of every variety imaginable, where mysterious songs passed down from ancient antiquity are sung. The Miao, an ethnic minority, live among nature in these mountains. They bring the caskets of those lost to their peaks for burial. The roots of their unique customs and lifestyle remain shrouded in mystery. One key to the enigma lies in this bronze artifact found in the village. What meaning could this mysterious pattern hold? A mountain cavern concealing a 2,000-year-old burial site and a hidden truth. The Miao may be descendants of an ancient kingdom lost in the mists of time.
现在这个洞呢，这个方向基本上都是向东。说将来的话呢，阿美的灵魂的话呢，要回到那的东方去，回到阿美的祖先的地方去。
The Miao are a remote people who live in seclusion, finding a way of life through tradition. Now, we uncover the secrets that link their past to the present.
阿夏路用吉都等哈呀罗波路金老拉哥，呀路江路金欧拉一多，修老呀路呀，哦。
200 kilometers southwest of Guiyang, capital of Guizhou province, lies Ziyun County. A wondrous landscape of 2,000-meter peaks, carved out of the limestone by eons of rainfall. "200,000 members of the Miao people called Ziyun County home. Nestled within the mountains are small villages. They provide traditional housing for the Miao. Homes are made out of woven bamboo. This woman is dressed in traditional garb. Her hair is also unique. Note the way it's bundled tightly up top. Miao traditional wear is defined by vivid colors. Ground plants and minerals are used as dyes. May sees the blooming of field mustard and a season of planting for the people of Ziying. Expensive rice paddies lie in the valleys between mountain peaks. Limestone in the soil makes rice cultivation difficult. Nonetheless, the Miao have harvested rice here since time immemorial. Wei Xiaoya is hard at work, readying himself for the labor of rice planting. He and his wife, Chen Jinmei, have long looked after these rice paddies. The weather here in the mountains is volatile, and finishing their work quickly is paramount. At their age, however, they won't be able to do it alone. Not to fear. The villagers gather to assist Wei in his time of need. It's village tradition to plant together in spring and harvest together in autumn. 20 villagers have gathered here today.
我们人是很团结的嘛，做什么都是大家一起嘛。
是的，我们这里是一家一家和一家栽，一家帮一家栽吧。对对对，到人家关的是那个厂。大地栽了妹妹对了啊，栽地栽了妹妹落去。我家住院的和路边。
Alone, the work would have consumed 2 weeks. Together, they finish in only a day. The Docu River runs beside the village, through towering cliffs, looming overhead. Ahead is a 160-meter-tall limestone cavern, Dachuan Cave. We are just in time to witness the arrival of the swallows, over 3 million of them, which have migrated here from the south to lay their eggs. Swallows are said to bring fortune, but they also have another important role to play. Today, Huang Jinlin and his cousin Xiaobao are paying the cave a visit. They're the best cliff climbers in the village. They quickly ascend the cliff face. They begin gathering what looks like soil. But in fact, it's swallow dung.
这个宴会，这个制装家要是把那个肥料给好，我们家乡都是用那个绑肥料给好的。
Swallows preparing to lay eggs eat small fish and insects in enormous quantities. Hence, the veritable mountain of droppings, rich in phosphorus. Every year around planting time, the duo comes here to gather the natural fertilizer and deliver it to the village, free of charge. They learned how to climb in their teenage years. It's village tradition to choose particularly athletic children to impart these skills to. They've been using them to help the village for more than 30 years now. The pair returns to the village and delivers the fertilizer to Wei.
他要走，他的河里来那个，那你河里来呢？
哦，俺们你能走来呀上，
Huang has been helping Wei and his wife like this for many years now.
收了对吃啊，感谢，真收了啊，是有肯定是有期待的。
Through mutual cooperation, the village sees the spring planting season through without incident. After a 2-kilometer climb from the village at the mountain's base, we arrive at a village near the peak, at an altitude of 1,800 meters. Today, villagers have gathered together, carrying gifts. They're here for a ceremony to name a newly born child. Chen Xinghua, the shaman, presides over the ritual. He's deeply familiar with all of the customs and ceremonial occasions, an indispensable member of the village. The mother arrives, cradling her baby girl, born just 3 days prior. With the villagers ready, Chen begins the ceremony. First, he reads the child's fortune. The rice in these bowls will be deposited in storage. The egg, meanwhile, symbolizes the child. By placing grains of rice, which represent abundance, atop the egg, it is said the child will have a lifetime of safety and security. Now for the naming ceremony. The parents have decided on 3 potential names. The fortunes of each name are foretold. If one piece lands face down and the other face up, the name is said to be fortunate. For the first 2 names, the pieces land face up. For the 3rd name, one lands face up and the other face down. The parents decide to go with Chen Deyan, a name containing the character for swallow. Very fortunate indeed. Finally, rice is scattered in an act of purification to ward away disease. Next, the villagers make walnut rice cakes. This is a rare delicacy here, a treat worthy of celebration. The children are champing at the bit. Rice cakes are handed out, starting with the youngest child. Among the mountain peaks, the Miao continue to hold on to this traditional rice culture. Behind their roots is a long history. One clue lies in the pieces of bronzeware that have been discovered in the village. Over 30 pieces have been found so far. Wang Jun is an archaeologist conducting an investigation in Zheyin. This drum holds particular interest for him.
这个铜锅你看嘛，铜锅中间是一个的话呢，这个图案就是太阳花纹。太阳花纹的这个周边的这一些是哪东西呢？它就是象征着河庙的图案，就是风调雨顺、五谷丰收的这种。
This massive drum is 63 centimeters in diameter and weighs 22 kilograms. It's believed to be a shaman's burial accessory from over 2,000 years ago. Surprisingly, a nearly identical drum was discovered 500 kilometers away from Zheyin. These are the ruins of Kölle, a trading city that flourished over 2 millennia ago. Here, a bronze drum was discovered. Its size, shape, and even the sun symbol are identical to the one belonging to the Miao. In fact, both drums are thought to have been created by an ancient kingdom. Let us travel back to 2,000 years ago, when the Han Empire ruled much of China. In the southwest, a lone kingdom existed outside the grasp of the empire, Yelong. Remains and records are scarce, leaving the truth of the kingdom shrouded in mystery. Recent research has shed some light on this advanced civilization. Yelong possessed remarkable bronze-making technology. With their factories each staffed by workers in the thousands, they produced sacred treasures, ornaments, and household goods in mass quantities. The bronze drums were employed in important ceremonies. Details of life in Yelong can be found in the records of the Grand Historian, a historical document from the Han era. They wore their hair in knots, harvested rice, and lived in castles. This bronze statue depicts an inhabitant of Yelong. Note the unique hairstyle. It's quite similar to the traditional hairstyles seen back in Zheyin village. Yelong was also focused on rice production, just like the modern-day Miao are. In comparison to wheat, which was the most common crop at the time, rice production was stable, allowing the citizens to live comfortably. Another point of connection between the two cultures can be found in the shaman's songs.
呀路鸟莫行多尼，忙的忙的年人不碰呀，忙的忙的人不碰呀。
The shaman, Chen Xinhua, sings songs passed down through the generations. These songs, recited during important ceremonies, tell the history of the Miao people. Chen's son, Shiguan, transcribes over 50 hours of them for reference. The word Yolong frequently appears in the song lyrics, referencing the king who ruled over Miao's ancestors. It's pronounced the same as the word the Miao use for the kingdom of Yolong.
我们的老祖先几千年来用口传心记，一代一代的传承到如今，都与越南最有相近的，就可能很有关的。
A verse in the shaman's song speaks of a time of prosperity for the kingdom of Yolong.
耶呀罗罗西波，西江拉莫本耶哈西江拉苗拉哥，阿夏罗有容耶哈苗罗有老了。 阿夏罗用早也行，苗罗用东啊你，阿夏罗用几多代也哈呀，罗波罗金老拉哥，就老呀罗呀，
What caused the descendants of the once prosperous kingdom of Yolong to reside in the mountains? The answer to that mystery will soon be revealed. The rocky landscape here conceals a limestone base through which rainfall percolates. Only 20% of the land in Zheyin is suitable for rice cultivation. The lone crop that can be harvested in the dry soil is corn. The purchase price has also dropped over the past few years. Making ends meet is increasingly difficult. More than 70% of the villagers leave for migrant labor, never to return. Now only the elders and children remain. Concerned about the state of the village, one man is working to bring back those who have left. Chen Xiguan is the shaman's son. He's in charge of the village's agriculture this year. Xiguan is calling to change the crops they produce to something more profitable than migrant labor. The sale price for chili peppers is 20 times that of corn. If they can improve their standard income, the villagers won't need to move elsewhere. Xiguan visits all 200 farm homes in the village. Roughly half agree to switch to raising peppers.
真的现实不好说，现实就是要想办法自己赚钱，还要带动老百姓致富。因为我真的没有更多的时间去投入了去学习，我主要还是想办法带动当地的老百姓致富。
the village shaman, Chen Xinghua. His son, who he hoped would follow in his footsteps, is too busy with work to learn the songs. Xinhua is concerned, to say the least.
你说是那个50多个小时，你叫他一发是背的还不可能，应该是个专业的，应该专业。
Chen Xinhua is talking to his son about the importance of passing on the songs.
这个苗族英雄史诗雅鲁王的传承和保护工作呢，是我们的责任，是不可推卸的责任。我一年不如一年了，我一年不如一年。一旦你接不下去，我真的是死不瞑目。为这个责任已经落在我头上了，其他人。
所以现在那一喊我来做这个村里面工作的，我想法就是要把大家都带富起来了，大家都不为机械用钱而去操心，然后就安安心心的学。只要大家都有钱了，他就不会去把所有的精力都花回去找钱。你叫他学这个的话，就安心下来学。10年20年，我一定把这个学会。如果你现在想让我学的，我自己负担很重。
你讲的有道理，可是我能等吗？一旦一口气怎么样，那这个就传不下去，咋办？这得要想想办法。
Both men worry about the future of the Miao, but can't seem to reach an understanding. It's July now, and the rice paddies grow lush and colorful. The rice crop is growing nicely. The blazing summer sun isn't about to keep Wei Xiaoya from working. This hard-working ox provides essential brute strength, but needs to be carefully taken care of to avoid disease. Chen Jinmei, his wife, cuts grass to use as pig feed. This is hard work, no matter the age. Even worse, this summer has seen many days over 35 degrees Celsius. It all takes its toll.
说这样有数有无法数的，哎，大又大不得，小又小不得。
不走的我，走了也走不得。
Back at the mountaintop village. It's not every day things are this bustling here. But today is special. There's a funeral today. Music signaling the start of the ceremony echoes throughout the village. A man of 80 years has passed away. Unhappy news. But his was a peaceful death. Younger residents who left the village to find outside work have returned to give him a proper send-off. The women cover their heads with towels. Covering their weeping faces is said to comfort the soul of the recently departed and ensure they leave the material world without regret. Residents from other villages continue to arrive. Some of them have traveled from as much as 40 kilometers away. Shaman Chen Xinghua has arrived as well. The younger villagers beat drums. Much like in the time of the Yulong Kingdom, drums such as these are used in important ceremonies. Playing the drums is said to attract the souls of their ancestors. The souls are believed to gather around Chen. Chen tells the departed of the tragic history of Yulong. He sings a tale of the king. What is this tragedy the song speaks of? In 135 BC, the Han Empire sought to make the prosperous kingdom of Yulong its own, sending soldiers as an occupying force. The kingdom and its citizens fought back, but to no avail. Soon, Yulong was no more. The people of the ruined kingdom collected their precious bronzeware and fled deep into the mountains. The songs of Yulong document this tumultuous era. Pursued by the Han armies, the people of Yulong arrived in Ziying, surrounded by sheer cliffs and treacherous mountains. The funeral service in the village was conducted overnight. At 5 a.m. the following morning, the younger members of the village carry out the coffin. The time has come to pay final respects to the dead. Chen Xinghua walks in front, leading the procession. younger villagers carry the coffin up the increasingly steep cliff. They arrive at a peak surrounded by mountains. The Miao traditionally entomb their dead at the highest locations they can find. It is said this custom has its roots in the Yulong Kingdom's history of hardship. Wang Jun continues his studies of Miao history. He's been looking into the source of the region's unique customs for some time now. Today, he's visiting the oldest burial site on the mountain. The cave is filled to capacity with wooden coffins. This is a cave burial site, where the dead are laid to rest, far from civilization. Wang thinks this custom began roughly 2,000 years ago, when the Yulong first fled to Ziyin. As proof, a bronze burial artifact, thought to be from Yulong, was discovered in an ancient coffin.
棺木放到洞里面的话呢，主要一个原因是那么些呢，一个是躲避战乱，还有一个是呢不会受到外来人的破坏损坏。
There are a number of burial sites like this in the mountains of Ziyin, secreted away in areas less traveled. The coffins lie in a gap 40 meters up a forbidden cliff face. Due to their considerable weight, the coffins were disassembled, carried up the cliff with the corpses, and reassembled at the cave. This mysterious ritual continued until 30 years ago. Dachuan Cave is the village's massive limestone cavern. Huan Jinlin and Xiaobao, the village's resident climbers, were taught by a man renowned for his coffin-bearing prowess. The tradition of cliff climbing began with those who dared to carry their departed up the treacherous inclines. Today, the two climbers are aiming for the top of the cliff. They seek a piece of nature's bounty that can only be obtained at this time of year. They ascend the cliff, using the slightest of gaps for support. No safety ropes here. One misplaced hold, and it's all over. They're now 100 meters up. It's just a little farther to the goal. But the cliff just keeps going. fixes his body in a gap in the cliff face. It appears he's found something in the shadow of the rocks. What he's found is a swallow's nest. Said to have rejuvenating effects, these have been treasured as delicacies since time immemorial.
白的努力条件有么让大自然给白的恩惠，白的苗球的嘛，很久以前的学会大自然共同幻化。
A single nest can be traded for about $10 US, and Hmong can collect more than 40 per visit. A terraced field of chili peppers. Shiguan, the shaman's son, looks things over here, day after day. The peppers seem to be growing well. They'll sell for a considerable sum, assuming they survive until harvest. Success is so close, he can taste it. In August, right on the cusp of the harvest, torrential rains arrive and don't let up for 2 weeks. The historic downpour causes water levels to rise 5 meters. Shiguan, concerned about potential effects from the rain, pays the fields a visit. He examines the peppers with concern.
This 就是近一段时间来就是下雨特别多，雨过后又是大太阳就出来，就是高温高湿造成的，病菌感染特别快。 所以感染上就没法救治了，就成这种现状。觉得自己付出的没有什么回报，好像就是白费劲。
Corn, the crop they traditionally plant, is rain resilient. Indeed, the crop is entirely undamaged. Shiguan is concerned about the farmers who switched to raising peppers on his recommendation.
Miao 了，摘到10万嘛，肯定明年不摘喽。明年要种，他们不给种果嘛，要种其他的了。
The village's frustrations hit Shiguan hard. He has no words to offer in return. He returns home with a heavy heart. Today, his father is waiting for him.
就算失败了，就算失败，都有成功的，也有失败的。失败了没关系，失败了不要泄气，要好好的总结经验教训，再创辉煌。我们的祖先过去在锄天锄地的时候，也不是一次凑成的。最后他说：“我们别灰心。” 我们另找一个方法，另找一个地方，来继续的找地方来养活，两口， 找地方来种庄稼，找繁荣享福生。我们的子女繁荣享富华。
Shiguan considers what his father has told him.
不能讲的死白来就是做，说明年他在继续做，而且把做好，很好。
虽然不好，但是他也是。
Shiguan's father doesn't want his son to give up in the face of adversity. He wants him to pursue his dreams.
有人呢，就住在这个挺艰难的地方，也生存下来。他们主要就是，有亚鲁王的这种坚韧不拔的这种精神来做支撑的，作为他们精神的力量。所以说这种精神太好，要继承下去，传承下去。
It's now September. The mountains of Zoyin shine the color of gold. This year has brought a banner crop. The Ways begin harvesting their field. The villagers who assisted with the planting gather once more. Not a soul is missing. All 20 chip in to assist with the harvest.
好啊，人家我生活了，大家帮忙不好啊。好就是在这个我们这有山水都好啊，有山有水。
This year's rice harvest is 1,400 kilograms, a 30% increase from the previous year. The people of Yolong once sought a place to call home. As their descendants, the Miao have survived and thrived through a history of hardship. The Song of Yolong's king concludes with the following verse.
耶阳路路不阳路的都不，阳路路不阳路的都讲个也哈的带来两百一了靠说路能闹了，和脚路人家都等呀么娘都别服了。 你没路径哦，都成。